Welcome to The Right Stuff from Goldspot Pens, a podcast that guides you from pen noob to aficionado in less than 20 minutes. I'm your host, Tom Otto. In this episode, I share some snake pens and inks that might slither their way to your collection. Plus, I discuss what it means to be a qualified pen collector. Hang out until the end and I'll give away something on my desk. Look into my eyes, pen pals. I will hypnotize you with all sorts of snaky snake pens. You will lose your willpower to resist the urge to buy pens and inks. And you will leave plenty of likes and subscribes. To start off our new Pen Day segment, we have the Townsend Year of the Snake ballpoint pen. I know, not very exciting to talk about ballpoint pen to kick off this list, but this is a Year of the Snake limited edition, special edition design that is exclusively out for the year 2025. And I wanted to feature it because it was actually a callback to originally in 2023 when Cross made an Apogee model, which the Apogee model has been retired since then. And it actually uses the same design. I looked it up because we have the original photographs of the snake design that they put on the Apogee pen. And this is the same exact design, but it's on a Townsend model. And the Townsend model, if you're not familiar with Cross, is a little bit like the classic Century or the Century 2, but it's just larger. So it's still, in comparison to other, let's say, pen brands, like let's say like a Pilot or a Sailor, Cross tends to be a little bit more on the slimmer side. So the Townsend, while being a large pen and a full metal pen, is still a little bit on the slimmer side. And it's wrapped around with this gorgeous chrome-filled artwork of the snake that goes up the barrel and the cap of the pen, and all the trims are finished with the same chrome plating appointments. And this ballpoint pen is a twist action type pen, so this has a nice smooth twist action, and you could refill it using the Cross proprietary type ballpoint refills. It is not convertible rollball. There is a rollball model, but I don't have that with me because it's currently sold out. Now I had asked Asha, who works with Cross and does the ordering, and I was like, well, we have a ballpoint, we have a rollball, what about a fountain pen in the Year of the Snake in this nice large design? And unfortunately, Cross does not have a fountain pen version of this Year of the Snake pen. They don't have it at all in the forecast for this year, so I guess this is the best you're gonna get when it comes to this Cross Year of the Snake. Is a ballpoint rollerball. The ballpoint is $309 on sale for $247.20, and the rollerball, when it comes back into stock, is $359 with a sale price of $287.20. Slithering its way onto this list of snaky snake pens is the 2024 LAMY Special Edition officially licensed Harry Potter AL Star. Each color represents one of the four houses of the Hogwarts School of Wizarding. I'm not really much of a Harry Potter fan, but that's as far as I know. Not only are the colors significant to each of the house, but the pens have a design printed on the cap and barrel that reflect the house's color and its symbolic animal. Now you see with the Slytherin model, which of course we're talking about snakes, so we're gonna show the Slytherin one. It has the screen printed design of a snake on the barrel and also on the cap. And there's also a snake emblem at the very top of the disc where you would normally see with the fountain pen, it would be a cross would be up at the top disc, but here you'd see the snakes. And the style of the pen itself, even without the snakes, is really cool. It's got this really deep green anodized aluminum finish on the cap and barrel, also with a lacquered green clip and a very, very dark green translucent grip section. The nib itself here is a LAMY stainless steel nib. You can recognize it on any Safari, AL Star. It's a black LZ50 stainless steel nib. It fills using the LAMY proprietary LT10 ink cartridge or LZ28 converter, which is sold separately. And you could find the Harry Potter AL Star is available for $57, which is a $10 upcharge over any ordinary AL Star fountain pen. It's on sale for $51.30. If you're looking for a less expensive foray into snake pens, LAMY also offers a line of officially licensed Harry Potter fountain pens in their starter-friendly Nexx collection. In contrast to the AL Star's aluminum construction, or at least the aluminum outside construction, the Nexx is completely plastic. So what it does share though with the AL Star is that it does have the same snake emblem printing on the very top of the cap. The cap itself has a green on green contrasting look. And similarly to the AL Star, the Nexx does have the contoured grip section. So it would help with your grip, especially for newer writers. They would have the areas here where you could grip the pen, and it's rubberized in the Nexx collection. So it gives you a little bit of that extra tack to have a solid grip on this pen. The barrel is a tapered triangular shaped barrel. And with the Nexx in the Harry Potter collection, it does say Harry Potter with a little emblem, and it says Slytherin on the barrel as well. So a little bit more branding on this particular model. It does feature the same style of stainless steel nib and feed that you would find on the AL Star Safari, which is an LZ50. And it's available in either medium or an A nib, of which an A nib is considered to be like a starter nib, which is good for young writers. It's a little bit more forgiving on the angle that you write with it. So this is an A nib that I'm showing in the video. So you could actually swap any of these out for any of the LZ50 nibs. So as you know, LZ50 nibs come in a wide array of different sizes. You have the extra fine through broad, then there's the 1.1 millimeter through 1.9 millimeter calligraphy style, and then there was also the calligraphy nib that they had, the black one, the Chinese calligraphy one, which I'm not 100% sure if they still make that right now at the moment. But there's also the A nib, which we mentioned. Instead of the fancy packaging you get with the AL Star Harry Potter series, the Nexx only comes in the basic cardboard tube packaging you would find normal Safaris and All Stars in. So, but with the Nexx, it is available at $35 or on sale for $31.50. The Diplomat Viper is a snake pen that's rather elusive. It's probably the most popular Diplomat pen that we've seen in years since the Arrow. It's got an engraved scale pattern on the length of the barrel and the cap. It's kind of like a diamond pattern, and the shape of it is very snake-like as well. It kind of reminds me of a snake that is impartially digesting something, but it's not like a giant lump of something. It still has that nice tapered streamline look about it, and the cap has it too. And ooh, it's a very satisfying magnetic cap on this pen. And I just have the rollerball right now because, like I said, it's elusive. I don't have any of the fountain pens in stock to show you on this video because they're sold out. But the fountain pens are a little bit unique as well because they have hooded nibs. And they have a different style of nib that you would typically see on a Diplomat because they aren't the usual Yovo number 5 or Yovo number 6. It's a completely different style that kind of wraps a little bit more around the feed and lends itself to being a hooded design. So the rollerball though, which I have to talk to you about the rollerball because that's all I have to show you, it uses a G2 style international ceramic rollerball refill, which writes nice and smoothly. The fountain pen though, we are expecting to get more in stock. This will also come in a brown version. There's this version, which is the black. There is a blue, and then there shall be a brown one. And I'm looking forward to seeing that one too, because it's a really nice looking, like dark cappuccino type brown. And you'll find the Diplomat Viper on the Goldspot Pens website. The fountain pen lists at $120, on sale for $96. The rollerball here is $110 retail, on sale for $88. Folks, it doesn't get any more snake-like than the Benu Viper. Not only does this pen have a snake-like texture, an entire snake coils around this oval pen shape and is raised from the surface like it's sculpted. There are 3 colorways available in this design. There's Bamboo, which is black and an iridescent yellow-green. There is the bush, which is purple with a blue-green accented snake. And then there's mangrove, which has a green base and a pinkish purple snake that wraps around. The Viper is pocket-sized with a narrow, tapered grip section and a number 5 size Schmidt stainless steel nib available extra fine through broad nib sizes. It fills using an international ink cartridge or converter, of which both are included with the pen. And the cap, unfortunately, because of the intricate design here, cannot be posted, so you'll have to write with it unposted. Now, the Benu Viper is the most expensive, believe it or not, option in fountain pens I'm going to show you right now today. It's at $180. There's a lot involved with it. There's a lot of designing, machining, I guess, that goes with making this intricate texture and this awesome looking snake pen. But I'm feeling rather sly right now. Would like to give our audience an early jump on a weekly dip special. You've seen a few of them in the last few weeks if you follow our emails and stuff. We've been putting some Benus that are being discontinued on our weekly dip special, and they've been selling out pretty quickly. We did this to the Scepter. We did it to the Skulls and Roses one. But I want to give you guys the early jump on this and take 30% off of all 3 of these Benu Viper pens using the coupon code FIRETOM, valid for 2 weeks from this video's posting. So for our staff picks this week, from now until St. Patrick's Day, you'll notice a spread of Shamrock-inspired writing instruments on our homepage. Our team picked out the greenest of green pens, inks, notebooks, and accessories you can find in the St. Patrick's Day collection. Although the image does include the Narwhal Year of the Snake pen with its snake pocket clip, I didn't mention it in this video because it's a limited edition that has already completely sold out. Just arrived and in no threat of selling out is the Colorverse 2025 Special Edition ink called the Blue-Green Snake. This is made in honor of the Chinese Zodiac Year of the Snake, of which we've been talking about snakes this entire video, so that's why you have so many snake products, partially. But this is a collection that they extended from 2024, which was the Blue Dragon, which we still have available. So that's why I say this just arrived, but I don't think it's going anywhere anytime soon because we still have last year's colors. This edition, similarly to Blue Dragon, also comes in 4 different varieties. So the standard is a blue-green ink. It's a little bit shifty, so when it's wet, it starts off a little bit more on the blue side, and then when it dries, it turns a little bit more green, which is really interesting. The blue-green standard also has a bit more of that shading and sheen, I feel. The different papers that we tried, Tomoe River, Maruman, this is Iroful, and Rhodia's ADGSM, dot grid notebook paper. It tends to show up, I think, mostly like a more richer, darker ink in just the standard version. But then you have 3 different shimmer variations. So you have the glistening silver, of which we did that the second one, and then there's the glistening green, and then the glistening purple blue. I felt that the glistening silver came through and dried still a little bit more on the bluer side than the other variations. It didn't turn as green, and I think it's because of the silver particles are lighting up the ink a little bit more. And I felt it was also a little bit on the drier side too, comparing to the other 2 shimmer inks, which I felt like had a little bit more of that fluid flow to them. Now I preferred, out of all of these 4 colors, I preferred the purple blue because it still had that, I think, that depth of color, and that purple blue like adds a little bit more of that darker, richer, and then that little shimmery sparkliness about it. So you could find all 4 of these different colors in these cute teardrop glass bottles with the faceted plastic tops, 15 milliliters each for $15 each. Doesn't matter which color you choose, all of them $15 each. This episode's question comes from Filane17, who writes, What qualifies you to be a collector, as in how many pens or what type of pens must you have to become a collector? Being in the pen business for 18 years and seeing many pen collections of our customers, vendors, and our staff, I like to think I deeply understand the pen collector mentality. As it regularly happens, pen enthusiasts like to get in the hobby and collect the greatest hits. Your LAMY Safaris, TWSBI Ecos, Kaweco Sports, Pilot Custom 823, LAMY 2000, Pilot Vanishing Point, list goes on and on. Visconti Homo Sapiens and Pelican Souvron 800, just all the classics, right? Then you have collectors who vibe with a particular pen model and get it in a bunch of colors and special editions. Like the LAMY All-Star is a perfect example because you could have an entire case full of all-stars in different colors. Or a pen collection can be made up of totally unique specialty nibs with little thought to how the pens themselves look. Or you can have a collection that might have all bespoke designs from small makers. Or you might have a collection of promotional pens from drug companies, banks, or dealerships and the like. In short though, a collection is a grouping of items that share similar characteristics of which you intend to keep long term. You're a collector once you have a few pens and you want to keep them for a long time and are looking to acquire more in the future. Congrats go to Filane17 for being picked as the question of the week. You've won the Opus 88 Blue Stationery Fest eyedropper fill fountain pen I mentioned in the previous episode. Email me at tom@goldspot.com to claim your prize. For this episode's giveaway, I'm giving away a choice of Colorverse 2025 Blue-Green Snake fountain pen ink in the standard or any of the 3 glistening colors. To enter, you must be subscribed to the Goldspot Pens channel, like this video, and leave a comment with a question you'd like for me to answer in a future episode. If I pick your question of the week, you win. If you'd like to see me write with the pens mentioned in this week's episode, you can check out Goldspot Pens YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, and TikToks for writing samples. Thank you for checking out this week's episode of the Right Stuff Podcast by Goldspot Pens. Now go out there, put your pen to paper, and write stuff. Until next time, stay inky, my friends. Take care.